Hello everybody, welcome to the RozeLeeMC channel. My name's Tommy.
No, I'm Devin.
And today we're going to be discussing something that's been in the news with Starbucks lately, their Race Together campaign. So, the Race Together campaign is something that Starbucks is having their baristas do. They are writing Race Together on cups. I think that part of the plan just ended. It's basically a plan to try and get their baristas to engage their customers in a discussion about the intricacies and difficulties of race and racial relations in the United States and in the world. So we're going to discuss a little bit about how we feel about this particular endeavor and if we think there are good or bad consequences that will come out of it, just the whole reaction to it. So what do you think about Starbucks Race Together campaign?
Personally, I think it has its points and its bad points. Mainly it's bad. I think it's not a good idea because you're bright and early in the morning going, you don't want to talk to anyone, got to get your morning espresso, morning coffee, and you're walking into Starbucks and the first question is like, black people are discriminated against 9 times out of 10, blah, blah, blah. All the normal things that you're hearing, but now you're tired, you don't want to talk about it. So it's just going to fly over your head and you're just like, shut up and give me my coffee. I think it's a bad way to go. There's so many better places to do it, but your morning coffee is not the place to go.
Okay, a little bit of info about me. At college, I studied sociology. I have a degree in it. So obviously this is really interesting to me because so much of sociology is studying people and race relations and gender relations and things like that. So as a sociologist, I really enjoy the fact that they're trying to get people to talk about race because I feel like so often we try to ignore race unless it comes up in something like the Ferguson shootings or people are pitting the race against each other. And that's not how it should be used. It should be used to discuss here's how we as black people have, had to go through hard times. Here how we as white people have had to go through tough times too, but it's all relative because we forced the black people in tough times. There's a lot of difficult subject matter, and it's going to be hard to keep a calm conversation in a Starbucks. Not to mention the fact that these baristas haven't been trained in the history of race relations. They haven't been trained in, the use of different words and how they can be used to belittle races and things like that. As a sociologist, there are so many different things that go into this that it makes it very hard for them to cover the topic in a way that is beneficial and doesn't poison the thoughts of a lot of people. There's a lot of times it's gonna just cause arguments, I feel. But I do really like the idea of trying to push race out into the open sphere of the public and try and get us to discuss it because, like I said, I feel like we ignore it a lot. We get uncomfortable when we think about it. Like us as white guys, I'm sure there are definitely situations where we've been like, oh, I really don't want to bring up the fact that I'm white and I have a little bit of
You're white?
an easier time. Yeah, I am white.
Alright.
So it's there are times when I might be I'm getting the advantages of being white, and a lot of white people, we feel uncomfortable with that. So I think it's really good to try and find ways to bring that into the public conversation. I don't know that Starbucks is doing it in the best way, but you've got to start somewhere.
Alright. Well, I've said my views. Tommy said his views. From what I've noticed, we're both on the same point that they have the right idea, but probably not the right setting. Well, as always, I'm Devin.
And I'm Tommy.
And this has been RozeLeeMC. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave some comments down below for us that we can talk to you later about, and we'll discuss any topic. I don't know, anything else that we talk about besides topics?
No,
Descriptions, books. He'll read a book. I probably won't. We'll talk about almost anything. You mentioned it's not appropriate. We'll talk about it. If it's inappropriate, we might talk about it. Well, again, as always, I'm Devin.
I'm Tommy.
And have a great day.